It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Wednesday, the 15th of January. This is James Spann. The weather around here stays dry through Friday. Then a good rain event Friday night and Saturday. Then we go in the deep freeze Sunday and through much of next week, the coldest air so far this season. But of course, the question is, will there be snow or ice? Hey, let's look at the new data together. We'll see if we can come up with some solutions here. This is the current status. This is the upper air look across the country this morning. And again, it's a zonal flow. We do note a little bit of rain on radar near the Gulf Coast, around Dauphin Island, Fort Morgan, off in the coastal water. So there might be a few sprinkles near the Gulf Coast today. But again, most of the state will be dry through Friday. It's cold, especially for the northern counties of the state. Many spots are in the 20s. Looks like the cold spot on the board there is Aniana at 24. We've got 30 for Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, 40 for Dothan, Mobile, 45. High should be in the 50s today. Watch warning map, very quiet day across the country and not a single thunderstorm expected through tonight. Same thing tomorrow. And then on Friday, maybe some thunder across Louisiana, but severe storms are not expected. So here's the precipitation for the next 7 days. And for Alabama, this is rain mainly Friday night into Saturday. And pretty good rain event will likely unfold here. Rain amounts between 1 and 2 inches for much of the state. And, of course, the big question is, could we see precipitation by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week in that very cold air? Well, let's look at all the new model data. Model fans, here's the GFS. This is the 06C run, valid today at 3. Get a zonal flow, and for most of the state, we're dry. Partly to mostly sunny, highs in the 50s. There's the high-resolution HER, valid this evening at 6 o'clock, showing a little bit of rain across South Louisiana, especially south of Interstate 10. This is tomorrow. We are dry. Again, highs in the 50s. The day Friday should be dry. And upper 50s, low 60s across the state. Rain will likely move in with the cold front late Friday night into Saturday. This is Saturday at 3 o'clock. And it's not going to rain all day Saturday, but it'll rain at times. And the day should be pretty pleasant with highs in the low 60s. No severe storms. So Sunday, here we go. Cold air rolling in. An icy north wind. We might see a few morning flurries. No impact. Temperatures will likely hold in the 30s all day over the northern half of the state. And if you're up in the Tennessee Valley, you might be sitting around freezing all day with wind chill indices in the teens. Ouch. So Monday, we're cold and dry. North Alabama stays below freezing all day. South Alabama with a high in the mid to upper 30s. So this is Tuesday, coming off the GFS. And at this point, you can see that it has no winter storm on Tuesday. What the GFS does now, it delays the system until later in the week. The GFS now showing a low in the Gulf south of Mobile Bay on Thursday of next week, the 23rd. This is a new look, and it's got rain for South Alabama, freezing rain and ice for North Alabama. And again, this is Thursday of next week, but the European continues the idea of a winter storm for parts of the Deep South Tuesday night, or Wednesday. This is Tuesday night coming off the European. This is suggesting some snow for parts of South Alabama and maybe some freezing rain down toward Interstate 10. Nothing for North Alabama. But the Canadian, for a third opinion, Tuesday night, that's a nasty winter storm. Heavy snow for North Alabama, freezing rain and sleet for the southern half of the state. So again, these deterministic runs, they're all over the board. And people just hold their breath waiting on these things to come in. But the signal is there that we've got potential for a Gulf of Mexico low with Arctic air in place. All the players are on the board, the upper air structure's in place. And again, we really won't have clarity on this until probably the end of the week on Friday. We'll start to get very good clarity on the concept of a winter storm. Then we can start knocking out the details late this weekend on Sunday. But it's way too early to be specific. And again, I would not change any plans if you have any. But let's look at the snow plume. I love this product. This is where you see all the members of the ensemble. This is a European ensemble, 51 members, 51 lines. So the outlier on the high end is showing 15 inches of snow for Birmingham. But remember, that's an outlier. We don't pay too much attention to that. You got one member at, 10 inches, one member at 8. But let me tell you what now, you've got an increasing number of ensemble members showing snow totals for Birmingham in that 3 to 6 inch range. Now, the mean is what you're looking for. That's the green line. That's the mean of the ensemble members, and it's just under 2 inches. And, of course, a lot of ensemble members show basically nothing. So there's your range next week from nothing to 16 inches. But, again, the mean, it's up there approaching 2 inches. But the one thing we can say with confidence, next week's going to be very, very cold. Very cold. Should be the coldest air so far this season. And the probabilistic outlook for snow coming off the European ensembles, and the numbers have jumped up a good bit since this time yesterday. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for trends. This is the chance of 1 inch of snow or greater between now and the 25th of January. And for a pretty good chunk of north and central Alabama, the probabilities here are in the 40 to 50% bracket. So again, the signals are there. And what people are, of course, asking now, I need to travel from Mobile to Nashville. What about Interstate 65 Tuesday night? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody. Your app doesn't know. I don't know. The models, no, they can't resolve that right now. But just be aware there's good signals of a southern snow or ice storm next week. Whether it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we don't know that yet. The impact, how much, we don't know. But I guess the most troubling thing we've seen is occasionally we'll see some runs that reflect a lot of freezing rain, and that's no good. Freezing rain, that's liquid rain that falls, but it's below freezing. And if you have a long duration of freezing rain, that is an ice storm. Really, the last catastrophic ice storm here was in 1982. That's a long time. We're overdue for one. We had a pretty good one in 96. There have been some other years, but hopefully that's not the case. But an ice storm, that's no good. Your power might be out for days, if not weeks, and travel impossible. And with Arctic air in place, it's just not good. But just be aware next week, very cold and potential for a winter storm somewhere in that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame. So let's keep going. We'll go out 10 days. This is Friday, the end of next week, the 24th. That's a very cold trough over the eastern states. And again, very cold air in place. We'll check the latest numbers coming off the National Blend of Models, NBM. 62, that's our warmest day Saturday. These numbers for Birmingham. Your number will be different, of course. And then Sunday, we'll be in the 30s all day. It's got a high of 40. That might come early in the morning. And again, if you're in the Tennessee Valley, you might sit around freezing all day Sunday with wind chill values down in the teens. And again, note we're below freezing all day Monday, all day Tuesday, perhaps all day Wednesday, with lows down in the teens, as low as 17 here on this board. And then we creep back up toward the 40s toward the end of next week. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for the 22nd through the 28th of January. All the blue, temperatures below average, just having a hard time warming up. This is going to be our coldest January in years. So big old moon still last night, 99% illuminated. I love that shot. I used to march down that street when I was a Cub Scout in Christmas parades and other parades. That is Greenville, Alabama, Butler County Courthouse. Good old Highway 10. Wow. That was a great shot last night. Let's look at the campus of Auburn University. And, of course, with cirrus clouds, we had some pretty cool sky optics yesterday and last night. And you see the ring, that is a 22-degree moon halo. And notice the sun dogs to the left and right of the moon. And those cirrus clouds, those are about 25,000 feet off the ground. It's way below freezing up there. Those are ice crystals. And they refract and reflect the moonlight, creating that effect. And again, just fascinating to see things like that. And boy, the sunset on the Gulf Coast was stunning last night. That was Panama City Beach. Wow. All right, so headed to Talladega today, home of the Talladega Tigers. See the kids at Young Elementary School. Tomorrow, I will be at the church at Cahaba Bend for their pre-K kindergarten program. That's in Helena. And then on Friday, got a program at Piedmont Elementary School in Calhoun County, home of the Piedmont Bulldogs. So, again, if you're new here, thank you for hanging with us for these videos. I do these every morning about 5:15. In the afternoon about 2:45. We simulcast these live on my YouTube channel and the James Spann Facebook page. We have supplementary notes on the blog, AlabamaWX.com. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on the TV side this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.